After 7 years of the same old Colorado, Chevy's midsize pickup enters its third generation for 2023 with an all-new model that's grown in width, wheelbase, and maturity. The Colorado is powered exclusively by a turbocharged 2.7-liter inline 4 and 8-speed automatic transmission. Horsepower and torque vary depending on trim level, from a 237 horsepower base engine, up to the ZR2's high-output 310 horsepower version with a muscular 430 pound-feet of torque. The interior is an area of major improvement and includes an enormous 11.3-inch infotainment touchscreen as standard equipment. No matter the job, the Colorado now has the advantage in terms of power and tech over other senior citizens in the aging midsize segment, such as the Toyota Tacoma, Ford Ranger, and Honda Ridgeline. Highs, smooth ride on and off-road, base powertrain has plenty of scoot, significantly improved. Lows, noticeably coarse base engine, no cab or bed options, headlights and door lock controls are digital. The Colorado is all new for 2023, with a redesigned body, updated powertrain options, and a vastly improved interior. The Colorado is sold as a crew cab with a bed that measures 5 foot 2 inch long but remains available in either rear or four-wheel drive configurations. The V6 and the Duramax diesel powertrains that were offered in the previous generation truck will no longer be offered. While our heart beats for the high-flying ZR2 trim with 10.7 inches of ground clearance, 33-inch tires, and enough LED lighting to work the stage at a techno concert, we think the budget-minded Trail Boss delivers just as much mud-flinging fun and do it for less. The Trail Boss comes with 32-inch all-terrain tires and fender flares that make it look like a real tough guy. In fact, it's even got an extra 1.5 inches of front suspension travel versus the weight, LT, and Z71 trims, with an additional inch of travel in the rear. It doesn't have the sweet Multimatic spool valve dampers and lockable front and rear diffs of the ZR2, but shares its rear limited slip diff with the Z71, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper. Every 2023 Colorado is powered by Chevy's turbocharged 2.7-liter inline 4 engine with various outputs determined by trim level. An 8-speed automatic serves as the transmission for all Colorados. Weight and LT models come standard with 237 horsepower and 259 pound-feet of torque. That's far more than the 159 horsepower 4-cylinder in the base Toyota Tacoma. The better-equipped Z71 and Trail Boss models use the 310 horsepower version of the same turbo 2.7-liter with 390 pound-feet of torque, giving it more power and torque than the V6 powertrains found in the Jeep Gladiator, Ridgeline, and Tacoma. It's also available as optional equipment for weight and LT trims. The Crown Jewel ZR2 powertrain delivers 310 horsepower but raises torque to 430 foot-pounds. If those numbers sound familiar, it's because it's the same engine offered on Chevy's full-size Silverado 1500. The V6 and the Duramax diesel that were available in the previous Colorado are no longer offered. The new Colorado continues to use an independent front suspension with a solid rear axle with leaf springs. The ZR2, however, mounts big Multimatic DSSV dampers up front, with the rear DSSVs now mounted to the outside of the frame. Weighted and LT trucks use an open rear differential, while Trail Boss and Z71 pickups get a limited slipped unit. Only the off-road ZR2 comes with power-locking front and rear diffs. The Colorado offers the most towing in the midsize pickup segment, with a max capacity of 7,700 pounds. While the 237 horsepower base engine found in weight and LT trims manages just 3,500 pounds of pull, Colorado Z71 and Trail Boss can pull up to 7,700 pounds. That's more than any Jeep Gladiator, Nissan Frontier, Ford Ranger, or Toyota Tacoma. Max towing drops to 6,000 pounds for the Colorado ZR2. The new Colorado makes leaps in terms of interior design. Every Colorado is a 4-door crew cab. Inside, there's a new center console, the shifter moves closer to the passenger side of the cab, and the cup holders are located directly in front of the center console instead of being tucked opposite the gear selector. A new gauge cluster, infotainment screen, and steering wheel complete the updated design. Overall, headroom has dropped by an inch versus the last pickup, but legroom and shoulder space are roughly the same. ZR2 models come standard with a shallow 45-inch wide lockable storage box in the tailgate. Every new Colorado gets a large 11.3-inch infotainment touchscreen as standard equipment. The 2023 Colorado also gets wireless phone charging capability but still retains USB ports, should your devices require them. Available as a subscription service, the Colorado can be equipped with Google built-in to handle navigation, music, and other vehicle functions personalized through your Google account. Every Colorado comes standard with wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. A list of driver assistance features for the Colorado, as part of its standard Chevy Safety Assist package, is generous and includes basics such as forward collision warning as well as more advanced tech such as lane keeping assist. Key safety features are likely to include standard forward collision warning and automated emergency braking, standard lane departure warning and lane keeping assist, available adaptive cruise control. The 2.7 Turbo Plus mill has good spunk for this mid-sizer, and it's a hoot to drive on or off-road. Technologies such as the slick infotainment system, driving modes, and safety package help raise the bar within the category independently while improving the Colorado's value. The Colorado's suspension is firmly tuned, but the overall ride quality is pretty good for a mid-sized truck. The new generation's longer wheelbase seems to help improve stability, too. There isn't much nosedive under hard braking and the Colorado feels confident as it stops, even in the Trail Boss with its 2-inch lift. My initial street driving impressions had me worried that the truck would be too stiff on a dirt road, but undulations and dips are well damped. It's impressive that the Colorado's ride comfort and stability are good in varied environments. Inside, the seats in the LT and the Z71 do offer more comfort than those in the Weight and Trail Boss, with better lower bolstering for your hips. Though the old Colorado wasn't the most spacious midsize truck on the market, the rear seats were usable in a pinch. The same appears to be true of the new Colorado. The back seat isn't the most comfortable, however, so it's probably fine for shorter trips for adults but not for a long road trip if it can be avoided.